into 2011.
This is the first time ever that we're showing The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings for Xbox 360. You probably already know that we have implemented our own proprietary technology for this game. It's called Red Engine. We believe it's not only one of the best looking cross-platform engines out there, but we're pretty certain it's going to be the best engine in terms of telling non-linear, deep and mature story in RPGs. All right, we're in a prison. It's part of the game that some of you PC players might know already, but if you haven't, the ultimate question here is to get out of the prison. So we're going to be trying to pretty much deal with all the guards on the way. There are many different ways that you could do it if you wanted to, but the one that we will try to use is not so subtle. You could try to sneak, you could try to kill the guards like this using magical spells. You can put out the torchlights. But this time we will be pretty much just be butchering through. You'll also notice that there are tons of different combat options and possibilities in The Witcher 2. Right now we're using pretty much only strikes of our sword, strong and fast ones, but obviously as the game gets more challenging, as you see more opponents, you are encouraged to use more tactical options of the game. Rolling away gives you some tactical advantage like distance. It gives you time to carry out more advanced attacks. Blocking your strikes, if you do it correctly, it allows you time for a riposte and timing the strikes at your opponents. This is a hardcore game, mind you, so if you're not careful enough, if you allow the game and the opponents to surround you, you will actually be required to use different advanced tactics of the game. Here's one of the moments of the game where previous storyline choices come into play. There's a really important NPC that you fight with prior to the events you can see right now. He's called Aryan Lavalette. If you kill him, you won't meet him in this part of the game. If you do, however, well, let's see what happens.
Come on, mate. Please let me out. Thank you.
Aryan Lavalette, the NPC I was talking about, was, well, not interrogated, but pretty much tortured. Still, he is a reckless kind of guy, so, well, as long as he might get us help getting out of this prison, to help Aryan Lavalette, we gotta clear the area upstairs from the guards, because he's not doing too well, so we will help him, sure. In return, he will show us the way out. He's the owner of the place, so he knows the secret way out. Before that, however, let's try to utilize even more advanced combat tactics. Here's one huge corridor where a lot of opponents are spawning and they're surrounding us pretty much, so we might try to drop in some magical assistance in here. Here's one of the magical signs, the spells. We call this one Irden. It's a magical trap. You put it on the ground, stunning your opponents, and, well, they're more vulnerable then, obviously. There are different magical signs, and also you can try to use tactical maneuvers around the corners, using the shape of the terrain in the area, trying to get behind your enemies. Art is actually my favorite one. It's a kind of a telekinetic force push. You can stun your opponents if you do it right. You can miss as well, but if you do it right, there you go. Stunned opponent is really vulnerable. Nice! There we go. So we finished tons of opponents using advanced tactics. Normally it would be quite challenging, I gotta admit. Now we can go downstairs and grab Aryan Lavalette, walk him upstairs, and in return he will show us how to get out of this prison. He's a really, well, let's say, emotional kind of person. So what he tries to do is to restore the honor of La Valette family. By the way, you will probably be noticing some bugs and glitches in this playthrough of the game, but it's the first time we're showing The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings for Xbox 360, and we're still pre-alpha, so it's quite early build of the game. He knows the place by heart, as I mentioned before, because he's the owner of this place, and that's why he can show us a secret way out of here.
Come with me. There's nothing you can do here.
I've more to do now than ever before.
Alone.
I need no one's aid for what I aim to accomplish.
Is that your final word?
Farewell, Witcher.
So yeah, pretty much he is about to blow the place apart. We better run. And yes, here's the exit. We found it. It's one of the exits of this prison. Aryan showed us this one. We will also notice that the exterior of this location, well, it looks pretty nice because you can actually compare the PC version to Xbox version right now. We believe that the vague decision or judgment whether the game is nice or not depends on the artistic direction more than the size of the textures. So even people that play the PC version on low quality settings, they said that the game looked nice. And we're out. The place is going to blow apart in a moment, so we probably just run away. Yeah, that's it, guys. This is The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings for Xbox 360, and the game is going to be out by the end of 2011. Thanks for watching.